Influenza, or the flu as it is commonly called, is a viral illness that usually occurs between the months October to March. The virus is transmitted from person to person through coughing, sneezing, or talking. Symptoms include fever, cough, headache, runny nose, generalized body aches, and fatigue. There is no specific treatment for the flu, and the symptoms usually dissipate after 3 to 7 days. Because it is caused by a virus, antibiotics are not used to treat the flu. Persons are encouraged to rest and drink lots of fluids. Panadol is recommended for fever and body aches associated with the flu. However, aspirin should be avoided due to the risk of bleeding. To decrease the spread of flu, persons are encouraged to get their flu shot annually and practice good cough hygiene. Additional information can be provided by your community clinic or the Health Education Division at the Ministry of Health. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
It's the battle of the brains, 20 years strong and still going. Powered by Grand Bahama Power, fueling the future with scholarships and new opportunities.
I'm Leanna Johns. I'm from LAS, and I want to say thank you to Grand Bahama Power and to Buckeye for giving us this opportunity.
I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Grand Bahama Power Company and Buckeye for providing us the opportunity to get a scholarship.
The battle of the brains, where school pride meets genius.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The family of Ingrid Carey left to pick up the pieces on what was supposed to be moving day. Also, the president of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce weighs in on a future NIB increase. And Grand Bahama is set to host Diplomatic Week 2024.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition start now.
We need to at least have her room and some kind of normalcy to bring her home so she can have that familiarity of her environment.
An emotional day for the daughter of Ingrid Carey. Good evening, everyone. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, today marks the 7 days that Murphy Knowles, proprietor of Home Away from Home, was given to vacate the Carey family home. This after it was alleged Knowles was given power of attorney by 77-year-old Ingrid Carey, who was in her care. However, on the 6th day, the family contends that the house was left in disarray. Tonight, our Shalia Roll tells us what's next for the Carey family. Here's tonight's top story.
The 7 days are up and the Carey family anticipating to move back into the family home today, but the condition of the home will not allow them to do so. In fact, they are here doing extensive cleaning, which is causing a delay for Ingrid Carey to be back home.
We were so looking forward to bringing Mrs. Carey back into her residence, had the beautician and her spa treatment and everything set up yesterday, and to be faced with the traumatization of the vandalization.
A horrendous smell and no utilities all playing a factor on the delay for Carey to be back in her home. Carey has been out of Home Away from Home for a little over a week, and since then her mental state has improved, according to family members. However, while watching the news, Ingrid caught wind of what was happening with the place that she once lived, causing her to have a relapse. When hearing the mental state of her mother, Philippa Carey became emotional.
Was traumatized hearing on the news, and she had a relapse. So it was really disheartening because she was really progressing.
And for bringing Miss Carey back home, the family is restoring the house in sections to assure that she can return as soon as possible.
I'm in the process of trying to organize a truck for the hospice bed. We need to at least have her room and some kind of normalcy to bring her home so she can have that familiarity of her environment, which will also assist with her mental being in her environment and getting back to her normal self.
Now the Carey family returned to the home 6 days later. Ozzie Poitier, the private investigator working with the Carey family, acknowledges the unfortunate nature of the situation. However, he asserts that the Knowles family was given a full 7 days to vacate the property. With today marking the final day of that period, he believes the Knowles still had one more opportunity to tidy up the home, despite its current state of disarray.
Persons were given today to be out of the place, then, give them today. So they can always come legally. If they go before the court, they can always tell the magistrate, well, your worship, we were told to have the place ready for today.
In efforts to bringing the family home, community members are appealing for assistance from the public to repurchase furniture and appliances. Now Murphy Knowles remains in police custody. We reached out to the family for a comment on the condition of the home. However, they declined to comment at this time. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Thanks, Shalia. In other news, a future NIB increase will happen, but President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, James Carey, believes it won't occur before 2026. This is as the minister with responsibility for the agency recently addressed the increase and pointed to the need to do more to keep the fund from going insolvent. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, James Carey, is not at all surprised the recent 1.5% NIB rate hike is insufficient to keep the fund sustainable. His comments come as Minister responsible, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, says other innovative strategies will have to be implemented.
In the case of NIB and the rate of employment, we need the population to grow. And, if we pay attention to the international scene, one of the things that countries talk about and they encourage is population growth.
While recent figures show unemployment at 8.7% nationally and 9.6% on Grand Bahama, Carey says while employment is trending upward, it is not happening as quickly as the system needs, pointing to the aging population and issues of lack of NIB contribution compliance by some businesses.
We need to face the reality that, what has to happen has to happen. The NIB cannot recover its position from a number of reasons because, they would have introduced, for example, the drug program, they introduced unemployment benefits, and some other things that went into the mix that were not a part of the design.
Sayers previously stated the plan was to increase contributions 1.5% every 2 years for the next 20 years. Before that was walked back, with officials stating there was no decision made beyond the initial increase. While the business community had initial concerns about the increase, Carey says they have adjusted.
I've really not had any reports of adverse impact in terms of operational sustainability or in terms of employment. That seemingly has not been a problem because the amount of increase was not particularly large.
As for NIB's future, Carey says the rate must change for the fund to be sustainable. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, James Carey, is praising the decision to host Diplomatic Week on Grand Bahama next week. Carey says the island will be on full display as hundreds converge on the island, something he sees as positive for Grand Bahama.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, I think, is wisely chosen Freeport and Grand Bahama, and it's a good step in showcasing our island. So notwithstanding, government's seeming determination not to work with the Port Authority per se, the fact that we're showcasing Grand Bahama at this level, I think it's invaluable.
The Chamber President says he is hopeful the event will also lead to positive pronouncements about several developments.
Coming out of this diplomatic week, the persons will go back home and to their assigned locations and with renewed confidence promote Freeport and Grand Bahama, and that in the near term, but certainly in the long term, we will see some impact of what this week has done. So kudos to Minister Mitchell and his team in bringing this event here. And, the expectations are high about what the ultimate results will be.
Switching gears now, President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Reverend Kenneth Lewis, says the rise in suicides in the Bahamas is an indication the country has lost its way. Recalling suicides in the Bahamas were non-existent when he was growing up, the religious leader says the country has lost its sense of community, also calling for greater parental involvement as he feels internet culture has taken over. His comments come following the suicide of 8-year-old Mariano Cherry on New Providence on October 10th, and the attempted suicide of a 17-year-old girl at the Bahamas Department of Corrections on October 17th. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says the Bahamas sees as many as 400 attempted suicides annually, but Lewis has this message.
Your priest, your minister, your counselor at school, your pastor is always available to you. And in every family, there should be a member of the family that one can trust, that one can speak to, that one can open him or herself to. I am one of the eldest in my family, my mother's children, and all of my nieces and nephews can pick up the phone and call me, speak to me. And they know that it would be confidential, they know I would listen, and they know I would try to do what I can to help.
Still to come.
The Department of Social Services hosting its seniors honorary concert. The highlights when we come back.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good conch salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Portobello's at the Grand Lacayan invites everyone to a Thanksgiving celebration. Enjoy Sunday brunch on November 24th or Thankful Thursday on November 28th with a buffet and live entertainment. For more details and reservations, call 373-1333.
Start your day off at Nay's Pancake Place. Enjoy delicious pancake, Bahamian breakfast, and more. They're open 7 days a week, and they're located on Settlers Way near the fire station. Call them today at 351-5456 for takeout.
Bahamas. It's a grand celebration honoring Apostle Leon Wallace. Friday, November 22nd at Grand Lacayan Resort, Grand Bahama, 6:30 p.m. Admission is free. Love gifts welcome. See you there.
It's the Bahamas Women of God Fellowship Network's third annual gathering, November 1st through the 3rd at the Church of God Temple in Freeport, hosted by the Grand Bahama Women of God Ministry with the theme Chosen for His Glory. For more information, call 807-6036.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street invites you to their grand reopening, Friday, November 8th at 12 noon. It's a new, larger, and improved hardware store, including tiles, lumber, building materials, and more. Third Dimension.
It's time to get your fall cleaning and home remodeling going with Grand Bahama Tiles Fall Sale. Enjoy 15% off all tiles in stock with an additional fall giveaway for 3 lucky winners. It's happening this week, Friday and Saturday, November 1st and 2nd only. So hurry in and catch the fall savings. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
$2,000 in respect of the ASU and $1,000 for 10 months of late fee. Judgment for the plaintiff.
We know just how much you love Justice with Judge Carol. Well, here's an opportunity to be a part of our studio audience. Justice with Judge Carol is traveling to Freeport, Grand Bahama this weekend, and we want to see you there. This is your invitation to join us at 9 a.m. sharp at the Pelican Bay Resort to be a part of our team. While you're here, just remember, only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Department of Social Services hosting its seniors honorary concert over the weekend at New Destiny Kingdom Worship Center. The event designed to highlight the seniors who went above and beyond to serve the communities they call home, as well as those nominated for their notable impact and work throughout their respective departments. Deputy Director of Urban Renewal, Senator Kirkland Russell, sharing his admiration for some of the honorees.
We are also here to serve. We are also here to empower. And during the course of this year, we are proud to say that we did not wait for October to celebrate our seniors. Some of you may be in the room who might have participated in some workshops that we held. We would have held a legal workshop where it is that we talked about wills and trustees and knowing who to leave your possessions and all of that too.
Chief Social Worker Brenna May Roll Cooper says the concert is not the only occasion to honor the tenured honorees.
All of the honorees, you could tell stories of each and every one of them in their disciplines. When you look at people like Bonnie Davis and Nice Rami, and everybody here, Miss Williams, in the telecommunication business, you name it. I don't know a teacher in this Bahamas who loved children, not primary school children, and our high school children, like Miss Dorothy Lewis.
In other news, to conclude Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Grand Bahama Power Company is continuing its part in the fight against breast cancer. The company is donating to the Kidney Center and the Mammogram Access Program to assist in making mammogram screenings more accessible. Matthew Martinborough has more in this report.
In an effort to increase breast cancer awareness, the Grand Bahama Power Company is donating $5,000 towards the Kidney Center and the Mammogram Access Program for screenings of at-risk women who also cannot afford the diagnostic procedure. Strategic brand specialist for the GBPC, Jana Campbell, says the endeavor is in recognition of the fight many women in the community must stand for and face, much like her fellow colleague, Libya Sweeting.
In support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, GBPC is standing behind our campaign for this month, Powering Hope, Fueling the Fight Against Breast Cancer. And to launch this campaign, we would have posted a heartfelt video campaign in support of our colleague, Libya Sweeting, and also to show our support towards the families and those who are affected by breast cancer.
Clinical manager at the Kidney Center, Stacey Dean Simmons, says the screenings are for selected patients with a higher risk of breast cancer and cannot afford it, but that does not dismiss the other women who may still be at risk.
With choosing our patients, the doctors tend to look at patients that are 40 years and above, and those that tend to have maybe breast cancer in their family. Also because we look at patients that are public patients, yet again, who can't afford to have the screening done.
Founder of the Mammogram Access Program, Nakia Watson, says the donation will go towards 60 screenings for women who cannot afford. However, a loftier goal for the year is still ahead.
Now, we know we're not going to get there all in one shot, but every year we set targets for screening, and this year we're setting a target of 500 women, which will take us back to our pre-Hurricane Matthew levels. And so this is more than 10% of our overall goal for this year.
Watson also notes the number of screenings have been low since the aftermath of Hurricanes Francis and Jean in 2004. Though screenings have been on a steady increase in recent memory, the fight against breast cancer never stops. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Great story, Matthew. Well, the Church of God of Prophecy Seagrape is stepping out of the church and into the community. Members of the assembly heading to Martintown Primary School to feed the children spiritually and physically while also making a donation to the school. Senior pastor at that church, Minister Corey Adderley, says that one of his goals as senior pastor is to give back to the community.
That we not only provide physical sustenance to our children,
but we also provide spiritual covering as well. We come in very so often to pray for the students, for the teachers, for the entire staff here.
I felt that we needed to come in the community to give back to the children this morning.
It is our aim when we come. We usually do prayers. We pray for the children and the staff. We usually do singing, and we usually do a Bible reading with them, just to let them know about the Lord Jesus Christ.
At the beginning of the year, the Church of God of Prophecy donated funds to Martintown Primary School. Now the church is donating 6 mini-split units to that institution. Leslie Newton, the principal of Martintown Primary, is now sharing her appreciation for the units.
With partners from the United States of America, our brothers and sisters, our brother Kevin and sister Shelley Fletcher, they're partnered with the Church of God of Prophecy in providing 6 18,000 BTU 13 SEER mini-split units for the school.
This has come early for Martintown. Every time Pastor Corey comes, he always comes with a blessing, him and his team, and we really do appreciate it.
After a 5-year hiatus and multiple location changes, Paint Fair is bringing back their signature 2-night special color shows on their new grounds with invitations to the public. President of Paint Fair, Leslie Davies Baptista, says the event, spreading over 2 nights, is to specially cater to the different attendees with alternate perspectives in the world of decor.
So the PPG Global Color Team that just launched the Color of the Year at Disney World in a great event is coming here to give us 2 great shows. The first one is for professionals on Tuesday, October 29th at 6 p.m. And that's for architects, interior designers, contractors, painters, property managers, so that they can get a good look at all of the current design and color trends so that they can be ahead of the game for their clients and their projects that they're working on. And then the second night is for everyone who loves color, DIY enthusiasts, homeowners, just ahead of the holiday season. We're going to have that Wednesday, October 30th. Again, it'll be 6 p.m. right here at our new location on Bellevue Lane. So we're very excited to bring these shows back just in time for the holidays.
Davies Baptista adding that although there are varied audiences, there is something to take away for anyone who is present.
You know, color is so unique and specific to each of us, but this one is something that just says wow. And there's also a bunch of other colors that are in the trends right now that I think people will really love. Some really neat different design options that are coming here. We've got different design elements here with wallpaper and some flooring that's new to Paint Fair. So we're really excited to introduce that to Grand Bahama. But yeah, there's some great color trends.
And now to ZNS's clip of the week.
Well, if there's one word to describe Bahamians, it's talented. And with this clip here, it's showing just that, with Bruno Mars sharing the stage with some homegrown entertainers. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the ZNS Northern Service Clip of the Week.
Well, that's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Well, I know Championship Amateur Softball, Malik and I was out there last week, Saturday. We hope to see you tomorrow at the softball complex. But coming up in sports, tennis championships.
Thanks, Jay. Well, sports comes your way next. But first, here's a check on your local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
It's happy hour at Prop Club Beach in the Grand Lacayan. Join them every Friday and Saturday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for great food and drinks. Open Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and until midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. Don't miss out.
Calling all beauty connoisseurs of the Bahamas, aka beauty professionals from the east to the west, north and the south. It's time to shift and pivot. The Beauty of Business, hosted by yours truly, Cutel DeVoe, that's me, bringing to you some of the best minds in the field of business to help you maximize your full potential. All the tea you need in the areas of branding and marketing by Corel Pinder, digital strategy by Carissa Stubbs, customer service and communication by Deborah Pack, and that money management that you need to secure that bag. All you need, Aileen Newton, in one place served on a silver platter. So head on over to Eventbrite and plug in Shift and Pivot to secure your seat, or call 439-3044 for more information on how you can shift and pivot.
Have you been waiting for windows? Then wait no more. Cornet Bahamas have in stock now PVC sliding windows, casement windows, and impact sliding windows with mirror tinted glass, all in different sizes and styles. Call us at 352-1301 or visit any of our 4 locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera for the great products and great prices. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Cornet Bahamas, dream, design, deliver. For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is
It's time to get your fall cleaning and home remodeling going with Grand Bahama Tiles Fall Sale. Enjoy 15% off all tiles in stock with an additional fall giveaway for 3 lucky winners. It's happening this week, Friday and Saturday, November 1st and 2nd only. So hurry in and catch the fall savings. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. First in sports, the final junior tennis tournament of the year wrapped up with some of the top tennis players in the country in action. For more on the winners, here's Shane Stubbs.
Juniors from all over the country showed up and showed out at the Focal Junior Tennis Tournament. Winning the boys' 1200 title was none other than Harrison Von Onselin, who defeated Deshaun Gardner. Rebecca Baton defeated Marina Bostwick for the girls' under-12 title. Caitlin Pratt will outlast Bostwick as well to capture the girls' under-12 crown. Shanaz Watkins defeated Noah Russell to secure both the under-14 and under-16 boys' titles. Watkins will also go on to receive the MVP trophy. This time around, Sarai Clark outlasted Tatiana Madhu, taking the girls' under-16 title. She had also received the tournament's girls' MVP award. Chalisa Clark was at the top of her game, defeating Sarai for the girls' under-18 crown. And Aiden Ritchie defeated Miguel Smith on the boys' side. In the girls' doubles, Jaleesa Clark and Sapphire Ferguson defeated Caitlin Pratt and Rebecca Patan. And in mixed doubles, Aiden Ritchie and Daniel Saunders defeated Sanaj Watkins and Madison Nesbitt. The most improved awards went to Madison Nesbitt and Michael Hall. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Next in sports, the sporting community coming together to remember the life and legacy of Doris Kemp Knowles.
She played softball at a high level. She played volleyball at a high level. And she also played tennis at a high level. She also was a part of the Special Olympics team.
Doris would have represented Grand Bahama during the first 5 Bahamas games as a volleyball player. So our relationship grew. We were more like sisters because back then,
That's how Sporting Bodies carried on.
Lovely person. Watch her and her kids and see how she brought them into sports. They are now very much so involved in sports. And that's the kind of person she was. I would just like to see a lot of our young people emulate those individuals that build in sports and carry a legacy.
The funeral takes place on Saturday, November 2nd at Emmanuel Baptist Disciple Center in High Rock starting at 10 a.m. Sporting bodies are encouraged to wear their respective uniforms. And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it.
It's time to get your fall cleaning and home remodeling going with Grand Bahama Tiles Fall Sale. Enjoy 15% off all tiles in stock with an additional fall giveaway for 3 lucky winners. It's happening this week, Friday and Saturday, November 1st and 2nd only. So hurry in and catch the fall savings. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
It's Football Sundays at Prop Club Beach in the Grand Lacayan. Catch all the action from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. with happy hour deals all day. Great food, cold drinks, and your favorite teams. Call 373-1333 for more info.
$2,000 in respect of the ASU and
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, female parliamentarians condemn the unspeakable act of a grandfather, demanding that more be done to stamp out a distressing trend. Also, can islanders hear of the economic benefits on tap for their island as the government seeks out more high-quality investors? And as the U.S. election nears, what's at stake and what's the potential impact on the Bahamas? A Bahamian professor and historian weighs in. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Parliamentarians weighing in on the conviction of a 62-year-old man found guilty of 22 counts of incest. The 17-year-old girl who recounted years of sexual abuse applauded for her courage. In the face of it, though, 2 female parliamentarians are publicly decrying the abuse of children, a scourge they insist must end. Felicity Darville has the story.
Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson made sure that one grandfather will pay the price for the crimes he committed against his own granddaughter. He was convicted on 22 counts of incest and 1 count of indecent assault. The girl, who is now 17 years old, testified in the Supreme Court that her grandfather forced her to have non-consensual anal and oral sex on multiple occasions since she was just 11 years old. Minister of State, the Honorable Lisa Ramming, who addressed the House of Assembly on the Urban Renewal Authority bill this week, encouraged more people to reach out and utilize the resources that the government has in place to help them.
It's completely heart-wrenching whenever we see not only an individual or a victim has been hurt or harmed by some pedophile, but it hit home even more when it's a family member. And so I know that the government is doing all that it can, and as we can see, justice has been served, and I know it's going to take some time for the victim to heal and to move on, but there are services that are available. They can reach out. Social services always have counselors, the crisis center, so we would want the victim and the family to use the services that are provided to bring forth relief for the victim and the family who has suffered through this ordeal.
Senator the Honorable Maxine Seymour called on this society to protect our children and take a serious stance against these tragedies.
Home should be a safe haven where children can grow up free from harm, maintaining their virtue and innocence until as adults they choose to gift it to someone. It should never be where a family member strips away from them everything that keeps them pure. And the reality is that we have to be on the lookout in this country because children are not always rude. It may be a reason why they're being disrespectful or defiant to a particular person in their lives. We need to be alert and on the lookout for these cues, for these signals, because something may be beneath the surface of why that child is now acting out. Let's stop forcing children to be seen and not heard to the point where we don't recognize when they're at risk.
The 62-year-old convict will be sentenced by Justice Grant Thompson this coming Wednesday. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
In more positive news, the government's hoping to give top investors every reason to believe the Family Islands are perfect for high-end and boutique experiences. And that includes Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis's stomping ground of Cat Island. Addressing that island's business leaders yesterday, the Prime Minister disclosed that tourism officials are meeting with investors, vetting proposals that will ultimately generate growth, jobs, and business opportunities like the Cat Island Road Repairs Public-Private Partnership. The nearly $80 million project calls for the reconstruction of roughly 60 miles of main roads from Shannon's Cove in the north to Hawk's Nest in the south.
As of today, 200 water service laterals have been installed between Bain Town and Wilson Bay in the north. Over 50,000 feet of pipe have been installed, and the paving process has started for 6 miles of road between Adderstown and Venice Harbor. This expansive project is slated to finish in late 2025, with roughly 20% of the works already completed to date. It's going to be a game changer, finally delivering the better roads and water quality and supply that Cat Islanders deserve.
Admittedly, a highly technical process, work on the Arthurstown and New Bight airports said to be progressing. In the case of the latter,
a LIDAR survey was conducted via a manned flight to ensure that the appropriate boundaries are maintained by surrounding landowners based on landing zone obstruction and other requirements. A manned camp was also set up to provide housing for the many workers needed to accelerate the construction phase. Multiple permits required have already been obtained. A similar process was completed for the Adderstown Airport, which is in the midst of a complete reconstruction.
Back here in the capital, a home for the holidays. Another 28 families receiving keys to their new homes in housing subdivision Renaissance on Kamaica Road West. This one distinctly different from others. With a turnkey style approach, it provides families with lots of amenities.
What it has done is that this administration has presented affordable homes, but in a different way, where you can be proud. It doesn't look like no low-cost home. They're very nice, and they are very resilient. And so the point is they have architectural shingles. They're built with hurricane impact windows. They're very, very high and very modern, marble countertops and the like.
Housing Minister, the Honourable Keith Bell, adding that another ceremony is imminent.
Member of Parliament, the Honourable Pia Gloverole, is giving the gift of power to.
Meantime, one PLP MP's helping her constituents with a basic necessity. Devontae Hanna has the details.
Golden Gate's Member of Parliament, the Honourable Pia Gloverole, is giving the gift of power to her constituents this holiday season, covering 10% of their outstanding bill.
Electricity is one of the staples that we need to survive, so it's very important that not only Golden Gate's constituents, but of course citizens around the Bahamas, and especially in time for the holidays.
This as Bahamas Power and Light launched its Merry and Bright Turn on Your Lights initiative, and as of today, November 1st, they will give over 2,000 disconnected customers the ability to turn on their electricity with just a 10% down payment instead of the usual 50%.
A customer service representative will meet each customer to review their outstanding balance and current situation, offering the most favorable repayment options available. We anticipate that most customers will be able to pay off their balances within 6 months. This means they can be in good standing with BPL before the peak summer period of 2025, clearing their previous debts.
Gloverole announced her plans to assist earlier this week.
I saw it as an opportunity to assist my constituents, so I've been doing so. But now I've decided to open it up where not only constituents who are contacting me are able to be assisted, but so that I can let the entire constituency of Golden Gates know about the promotion, about the initiative, and that I can be of support.
Without confirming how many in her constituency would be impacted, she says she stands ready to assist all those in need.
It's open to the entire Golden Gates constituency. Anyone whose power supply is disconnected should reach out to me at my WhatsApp constituency number, 819-4742, with a copy of your bill as verification of your existing account with BPL, a verification of your address.
The promotion will end on January 31st, 2025. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. This morning is in a moment.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse, the people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
KFC is giving you more to love with our KFC Bucket Meal with large size. Get the KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates, and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers and reach. KFC knows value, and it's finger licking good.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
People are going crazy for Popeyes around the world. Some have camped out for hours just to try our delicious chicken. This guy stocked up on 300 crunchy, juicy chicken sandwiches, just in case. And these lovebirds celebrated their wedding with the Popeyes cake. For real. We get it, y'all chicken lovers. Because we're just as crazy to marinate our chicken for 12 hours and make every piece by hand. That crazy love, we love. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
You're looking at a shot of Go Slow Bend, West Bay Street on the island's beautiful coastline. Welcome back. It's a final electoral sprint to the finish line as the world watches and waits to see who will emerge the new president of the United States next Tuesday. For one of its closest neighbors, what will the outcome of the U.S. elections mean for the Bahamas, its economy, and the long-standing relationship between the two? LaDawn Davis has insight from a local historian.
The election is going to be very close. It's hard to say 100% one way or the other who is going to win.
University of the Bahamas Associate Professor and prominent historian Dr. Christopher Curry acknowledges the fierce battle to the White House for current U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and former U.S. President Donald Trump leading up to the much-anticipated U.S. presidential elections on November 5th. The historian is taking a glance at some of the crucial swing states and the contributing factors that could possibly play a crucial role in the outcome of the elections.
I look at Pennsylvania, I look at Michigan, I look at what we call the Rust Bowl or the iron states where you have factory workers, working class persons, and are they going to shift to the Republican Party away from what is traditionally thought of as a Democratic base? Also, we're looking at the female vote. Of course, we know one of the candidates, the Democratic candidate, is a female. It would be interesting if we would have the first female president in U.S. history. Also, the African-American vote. And we're seeing that Trump is certainly trying to court the African-American vote. So those different groups of persons are going to play a role in what actually is the outcome.
But what direct impact will the outcome of the U.S. presidential election have on the Bahamas, its economy, and the Caribbean? Well, Curry dug a bit deeper and gave this response.
Our government, regardless of the outcome, is going to have a positive relationship with the U.S. We know that under Barack Obama's administration, there was an effort to open relations with Cuba to end the 50 to 60-year embargo. While the embargo was never dismantled, there was an opening of travel regulations that were once that was restricted.
While the world will be glued to next week Tuesday's U.S. election coverage, Professor Curry says it all boils down to the late vote returns from big states like Florida, Arizona, and Texas that will no doubt determine who will emerge as the next president of the United States. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Well, historically, the Bahamas has relied heavily on a limited number of trade partners, making it rather vulnerable to global market disruptions. The National Trade Diversification Program is aimed at shifting to new markets, including Latin America, Africa, and the Caribbean. Bahamas Trade Commission Deputy Chair Senator Barry Griffin shares how this new approach to trade could bring more options for consumers and stability for businesses.
It directly aligns with the Bahamas' long-term goals in terms of making the Bahamas a more affordable place for Bahamians to live and thrive, and also a more affordable place to do business. As we said before, everyone in the Bahamas would see the rising cost of goods, and that's due to a myriad of factors that are out of our control. But what is in our control is that the government can do a program like this where we pair businesses with international suppliers of products that provide virtually the same products that we have now in the country, but at a more cost-competitive price.
Now, the program is backed by partnerships with various organizations, including the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation and the Customs Department, to streamline trade processes for businesses of all sizes. Town hall meetings are also planned to help businesses understand how they can benefit.
Essentially, we're giving an overview of the program, providing more detail on exactly what the program is, how businesses can benefit, how they can get involved, and we will also have an introduction to many of the products and services that will be offered and information on the suppliers and how to contact the suppliers.
The government pushing ahead with its Clear, Hold and Build initiative, which includes removing derelict vehicles from neighborhoods, and that's considering these are oftentimes associated with crime and contribute to public health risk. State Minister of the Environment, the Honourable Zane Liborn, speaks to the short and long-term effects of this exercise.
Simply moving the vehicles, it's helping us to fight crime immediately. Some of the real immediate effects is helping to fight diseases and rodents nesting in these vehicles, and also vagrants who sometimes find a home in the vehicles, so that's immediate. Some of the long-term effects is using these areas to be able to, whether it's housing or put up green spaces or create green spaces, so that it would discourage this indiscriminate dumping.
Now, beyond reducing crime, Centerville MP, the Honourable Jomo Campbell, says removing the vehicles also create more spaces to foster community.
The government is going to do its best to ensure that we make the spaces that were meant for positive public use, to ensure that they happen for that purpose. Minister Lightwood indicated earlier the environmental hazards and impact, the negative impacts that take place as a result of these vehicles just being abandoned. And so, we want to ensure that going forward, the public, the children, the elderly that want to come out and enjoy this vast green space can do it in a safe environment.
Family, friends, parliamentary and professional colleagues gathering this morning to say farewell to Philip Galanas, a man praised for his unwavering commitment to advancing the rights and opportunities of all Bahamians. Corval Pfeiffer reports.
Archbishop Patrick Pinder recalling the numerous accomplishments and contributions of the late Philip Christopher Galanas. A life well lived, and though taken away so abruptly, the Archbishop says it is still one to celebrate.
He made his contribution professionally, publicly, and socially. For that, he deserves a full measure of our gratitude and appreciation.
Greatness seems to have always been with him. Philip excelled at academics from his days at St. Augustine's College, all through St. John's University, and then into both his professional life and years of public service. A man who stood for the people.
Phil stood as guardian of that promise, a centennial who stood firm against the shifting sands of convenience, who defended the bedrock of values of justice, equality, and opportunity for all.
Prime Minister Philip Davis leading mourners who came out to say their final goodbyes to the accountant, writer, commentator, and former parliamentarian Philip Galanas. His state-recognized funeral mass taking place this morning at the St. Francis Xavier Catholic Cathedral.
With his warm smile, his hearty laughter, and his very outgoing personality, his gifts and potential came to bear fruit in the profession he chose for his life, accounting, but also in public life, with his serving both as a member of the Senate and also a member of Parliament. Besides that, he often wrote a column in the local paper addressing issues of local and international interests.
Phil's heart was bound to the progressive cause. He believed fiercely in the promises we made to our people and held himself as a watchman over that sacred trust.
Following his funeral, he was interred at the Lakeview Memorial Gardens. Galanas died back on October 11th. He was 70 years old. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pfeiffer.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay.
The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services. So I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. And the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
$10 deal. Available only at Marco Southwest, Prince Charles, Village Road, and Robinson Road. Man, let me see what this about. I'll take 20 of those, please. Hey, you good? Yeah, bro, Marcos, get this new deal. Get yourself a large one-topping pizza for only $10. $10? Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Hey, I need 30 of them $10 carry-out pizza deal, please.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
In tonight's Feel the Beat, our Devontae Hanna explores what led to the split of Bahamian gospel group Stax and Psy. In an exclusive interview on ZNS The Drop, Alex Stax Hebburn shares why he believes the group was before its time.
Since 2009, Stax and Psy have taken over the airwaves until their demise.
So we are fighting for, can we just let it all go?
Tonight, Alexander Stax Hepburn is opening up on the split for the first time.
I think that where we are at now, I feel like that was inevitable. I feel like a separation. It was not true. It's going to happen because like God has been calling me to do so many things outside of music. I felt that separation, but I do admit that I believe that it was premature.
In an exclusive interview on The Drop, he shares exactly how the two joined forces to share their love for God through rap.
I was 2009, and in 2010, I was like, hey, bro, I know that you're a Christian. I think I'm joining that path as well. So at this point, I'm looking up to him because he's been in church. He's a bit experienced. And I'm like, so do you think we could rap and be Christians? And he was like, I don't see why not.
That love for rap took them to stages across the country.
And then that turned into like 6 years of ministry. And here we are, almost 14 years later.
And for the full interview, you can log on to our YouTube page and check out The Drop. For the Bombers Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks, Devontae. LaDawn, and Marcellus joins us live to give us a sneak peek of Access Now.
Well, Crystal, I hope you have your dancing shoes on because it's Entertainment Friday. I see Marcellus is tapping his feet, so he's ready to dance. We have in the house Carrington McKenzie, and he's going to bring the house down as we head into the weekend, right, Marcellus?
I can't wait. That
sounds good.
All
Stay
right.
with us. Our feature story is up next.
Have you been waiting for windows? Then wait no more. Cornett Bahamas have in stock now PVC sliding windows, casement windows, and impact sliding windows with mirror tinted glass, all in different sizes and styles. Call us at 352-1301 or visit any of our 4 locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera for the great products and great prices. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Cornett Bahamas, dream, design, deliver.
Health is the greatest gift.
That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Leading professionals and agencies within the aviation sector receiving high honors during a ceremony at Government House last evening. The event, part of celebrations marking Aviation Week in the country. Director of Aviation and Deputy Director General of Tourism, Dr. Kenneth Romer, says the honorees embody the essence of Bahamian exceptionalism.
It was so moving to see some of the men and women in aviation who felt as though the country had forgotten them. To see them come up to Mount Fitzwilliam to receive a medal, to say to them that we appreciate their contribution towards aviation development.
12 local agencies singled out for their unwavering support to the Department of Aviation and Tourism. All in all, there were over 30 medal recipients. 5 Bahamians also receiving posthumous honors.
It feels wonderful for our agency to be recognized, the Nassau Airport Development Company. We have 225 very hardworking and dedicated employees, and so I am so pleased to be able to represent them tonight and receive the award on their behalf.
The aviation sector in the Bahamas is booming tremendously. You could tell by the record-breaking numbers that we get in terms of persons coming in last year, and we are getting a strong indication that we will exceed those numbers this year. But we have been moving. I mean, the industry has been growing very well.
I loved what I was doing most of my life, and it's a part of me, so it wasn't like I was going to work every day. I was like a kid in the sandbox. I thought it was fun, and we've had a great time because of me doing what I love. We've traveled all over the world. My kids enjoy it. In fact, I tried to talk them into flying, but they said no way.
Well, a huge congratulations to all the honorees from all of us here at ZNS. And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done, but at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Bahamas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music Group, along with Alpha Sounds, present the best of the best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bahamian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Avi, Mama D, Fan Shaw, Shine 242, The Falcon, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down November the 2nd at Super Club Races Ground. Tickets now available at BahamasEtickets.com or both Beauty Shack locations. General admission $60. VIP, Skybox, and Sky Parks also available. For more info, call 394-0819 or email keepthevibealive242@gmail.com. Experience the magic once again with more legends for one night only. Come party with us November 2nd at Best of the Best. Break-in, Scrape, Explosion, Reloaded.
Tourism launches a new program to musically enhance Bay Street. Hear how you can apply.
Plus, Solomon's expanding its portfolio right here in the capital.
It was pizza day for students at Cleveland Indians Primary School. ZNS Digital was there.
And coming up in sports, it's officially National Sports Month.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall.
And I'm LaDawn Davis. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Well, can you believe it's the weekend already? And today is November 1st. Time is surely flying by.
It certainly is, Marcellus, and I'm ready for the weekend. I'm sure you're ready for the weekend as well, right?
Same here. But for now, let's dive right into the news for tonight. Well, the Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation, in collaboration with the Tourism Development Corporation, has launched a street musician program to bring Bahamian music to the heart of downtown Nassau. Here's how it works. This program will transform the city center's public squares into culturally rich environments, enhancing the experience for tourists while showcasing the talents of local musicians. Bahamian musicians 18 years and older have until November 8th to submit a 90-second video performance showcasing their musical talents and unique style to the Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation. Endorsing the initiative is Minister of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper.
Really, it's an opportunity not just for music, but also for culture. So we are inviting musicians, whether it's a one-man band or a two-man band or a small band, to really engage sort of as we bring downtown Nassau to life.
Now, an invitation is extended to musicians just starting their musical careers, as no professional experience is required. Eligible musicians must play unplugged, non-electric instruments. Tourism officials will then select 15 musicians to perform in high-traffic tourist areas such as Pompey Square, Rawson Square, Prince George Wharf, and other notable spots.
I'm really looking forward to see this unfold. I can't wait to go downtown and drop some tips in the hat, if you will, for these authentic Bahamian musicians as they perform for our residents and guests.
A $12 million project launched by AML Foods this morning, with Cost Right officially opening its new location off the East-West Highway. The new club store is a complete rebuild with an all-new equipment, shelving, flooring, and roof. And while feature energy-efficient refrigeration and air-conditioned systems powered by solar energy, AML Marketing and Communications VP Renee Bastian says it's been a long time coming.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I know that location is a part of marketing, right? And so you closed down the location in the Town Center Mall. How do you think that that will affect business here at this location?
Well, I think that people will enjoy coming to this location. I think it's a little bit more central. There's lots of parking. It's near to the mall. Solomon's is next door, so they now have options in terms of shopping. It's an enhanced shopping experiences. So I honestly think that, it actually works out better. It's a new modern facility, and so I think the customers will be definitely pleased with what we've done.
Now, Cost Right's reopening is funded by RBC, a move the bank was proud to make, according to its managing director and vice president, Erica Rule.
It is through partnerships like ours with AML that we can contribute to meaningful community development and economic growth. This project showcases more than just bricks and mortar or financial transactions. It's about creating opportunities for employment, for community engagement, and for value to customers. As we stand here today, shoulder to shoulder with AML Foods, I am reminded of the critical role businesses play in fostering a thriving community.
A sixth grade student of Cleveland Indians Primary School has danced her way to delicious reward for her entire class. After winning our back-to-school social media dance challenge, Amaria Clark earned a pizza party for her and her classmates, adding some extra fun to the school day.
My classmate also was surprised because my teacher was like, since we had fun day yesterday, the pipe did burst, so she was like, the administrator was coming in the back here to talk to us about that.
The dance competition was organized back in August as part of ZNS's back-to-school activities, bringing students together to kick off the new school year with energy and excitement. Sixth grade teacher Diane Hinsey said she was thrilled to see the video and expected nothing less than a win.
We were sitting here and we were like, everybody like the video, share the video, because we knew that she was the person to win. And we scoped everybody else and we were like, okay, we got this in the bag. So we were very excited for her.
Well, still to come, Bahamian musician Carrington McKenzie is in the house. We're going to have a sit down with him, followed by a live performance. Stay close.
Don't get tricked this Halloween. Treat yourself to the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.15. Nesca yellow grits, 1 pound, $1.39. Kraft mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $6.99. Sweet strawberries, 1 pound, $5.99. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.19 per pound. Wrap up October with the scary good prices at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
And you are looking at a live shot of the Long Wharf area in the city center. Drone footage provided by our drone pilot, Destiny Reed, who is out at night. Hope a daddy know, capturing and bringing those perfect images just for you. Let's check in with LaDawn now as it's time to head down to Cat Island.
Family Island News is brought to you by Commonwealth Brewery Limited.
Thanks a lot, Marcellus. Some good news on the tourism front tonight as 8.4 million tourists have visited the Bahamas up to September this year. Tourism officials used a formula of isolating and identifying each island, recognizing its strengths and resources, which equals to pitching a unique promotional package to the world. Director General of Tourism Latia Duncombe disclosed at yesterday's Cat Island Business Outlook that there's been almost double-digit tourism growth in Cat Island and more than 16,000 visitors welcomed to San Salvador.
Individuals that's come to our office and said, I came here because of what I saw in Mount Alvernia. That's why they came. And I don't want you to think that when they start to explore that it's only the Bahamas. No, they're looking at regions around the world, because what we're seeing more and more of is a lot of non-traditional regions like the Middle East. They are now seeing the benefits of tourism, and they're trying to recreate some of what God has blessed us with. And so having the natural resources gives us an upper hand, and understanding how to leverage it so that we can benefit from it, because this is ours.
Let's head on over to Marcellus, who is standing by with young musician Carrington McKenzie. Marcellus?
All right, thanks so much, LaDawn. Well, tell you what, rising Bahamian music artist Carrington McKenzie joins us in the studio live tonight in this segment where he's going to tell us all about his musical career and the inspiration behind it. Carrington, welcome to the Bahamas tonight.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here, man.
Well, you're considered a young and rising star, and first of all, I guess a lot of people want to know, how did you first get into music in the first place?
Well, I definitely could not avoid it. The entire family was just based around music through my dad, my uncle, all of my cousins, everyone. And at the age of 5, I just started singing. I just had this little voice for a small little guy, and I just was letting it out everywhere. And, you know, after that, I just started to develop and do a lot of training and stuff like that.
Your father is the late, great Kevin McKenzie. How did that inspire your love for music?
Yes, you know, sometimes I tell people, you know, it's actually kind of hard to try and follow in those footsteps to actually, you know, try to be such the great musician, you know, the great artist that he was. But I am doing my endeavor best to get it done and carry everything that he's taught me through the time that he was here, carry everything that was taught to me and everything that, you know, persons he left to be there, you know, guardians and stuff like that for me, not just family, but friends and stuff like that in the industry. You know, everyone kind of played a very important part in creating Carrington McKenzie.
Yeah. That being said, you know, in today's age of being able to Google and YouTube and Spotify and all that, how tough is it being a young Bahamian these days?
Man, listen, I always tell people we are behind. We are so behind, and we got to catch up. We've got to catch up, you know, because we have a lot of great artists, you know, including myself. We have so many artists out there, but it's just that, you know, a lot of people aren't really catching up with the streaming and the Apple Music and Spotify and all these different stuff. So I think, you know, now I got to get back into the CD stuff. I got to start printing CDs and getting CDs out there so everybody can be able to, you know, put it in their car and play it, whatever it is, yeah.
Sounds pretty good to me. Now, you told us that you beat cancer. Now, how did you overcome that dilemma? And how does that help you drive your musical career?
Yes, for me, overcoming cancer, it was all in my mindset. I couldn't look at it as if I was already defeated, as if I was already beaten, as if cancer already won, because I knew at the end of the day I had a bigger purpose and God had a bigger plan for me. So, you know, he was there every step of the way. I can't ever deny the fact that, you know, God was with me, especially being so young, dealing with that burden, you know, stage 4 at the time. And, you know, it was crazy for me. It was a really wild experience, but that experience made me stronger, made me who I am today.
Yeah. Well, Carrington, you've got a great story, man. Thanks so much for taking time to join us tonight. You're going to be performing for us a little bit later on?
Oh, yes, I will.
All right, sounds good. Tell you what, coming up in sports for you tonight, we're going to shift over to what's going on cycling-wise. We got a major cycling event coming here this weekend. Details on what that's all about coming up in sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Fuel's the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Friday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. This is National Sportsman. And with that in regard, there'll be a number of different ventures going on, one of which will feature the addition of some different sports around the country. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Rosalind Horton, says there is a concerted effort now to include the disabled, with beep ball being included as one of the events.
For me to appreciate the level of skills and training that the differently able have to go through in order for them to participate in ordinary sports that we take for granted. So I'm looking forward to be blindfolded and hopefully I can hear and hit that bat. I'll try that. We also have archery. We are hoping to have archery. So I want to see what that feels like with from the point of view of a differently abled person. And I just wanted for our young people and our children to appreciate that they're not limited. If they're not able-bodied, they can still participate in sports and do whatever. We're doing swimming, etc. for the disabled. And I'm not forgetting out our elders. We're also going to have programs for them as well. I love to see out on the Christie Park where we have our elders doing movements and dance, just to get out into the community. I'm looking forward to that.
Meanwhile, local cycling fans looking forward to Sunday as the Bahamas host the GFNY Global Cycling Marathon Series. The long and medium course event is one of the biggest cycling competitions worldwide. It's being hosted in conjunction with the Ministry of Tourism. Over 200 riders representing more than 60 countries, including some locals, will participate with a shotgun start at 7 a.m. over there at Goodman's Bay. And plans in the works for the Father Marsh and Peters basketball tournament scheduled for December 13th through the 18th. Some 49 teams expected to compete in primary boys and girls, intermediate boys and girls as well in those various divisions. Jimmy Clark is the coordinator for the tournament.
This will be the first time we will use pooled play to increase the amount of games to be played for the team, and then afterward too, we love the use. We're using C.I. Gibson, A.F. Fadley, Donald Davis, and Kendall. So we're using the 4 gymnasium, and then we're using the pool play. Give them more games because teams traveling from the family island have to spend so much money and only get 1 or 2 games. But this time around, we're going to do a pool play. Secondly, too, is that from the Father Martian, we will select the top 100 players in the girls division between the junior girls and the senior girls. We will then put them in a development program on the weekends with the Bahamas Basketball Federation. We can select coaches to go ahead and work with them to improve the girls' play. But this time around, I think we can have an exciting tournament.
And there it is, your check on sports for you here on this Friday. We do have your Friday weather forecast just ahead. Stay with us.
We've come to appreciate the JBI product. Simply doesn't matter where they're staged or where they're located. We always realize that JBI has the best pricing and the best quality of food. In particular, my favorite is corned beef. I was a hometown boy. So if I can purchase anything, it can be this JBI corned beef straight through.
As you get a bit older, you become more discriminating and what you put in your bodies. And all of this is natural stuff. So I'm happy to promote the Junkanoo Punch.
I actually compared it to a couple of brands, and this is the one of choice. This one, this the can't fail brand. So.
Proud JBI.
Happy 30th anniversary, JBI.
Happy 30th anniversary to JBI.
Thank you, Bahamas.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No. Let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs. Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do, ZNS Digital is home to the sunshine one.
Keeping up with the latest trends, our original content will keep you entertained.
Yeah, that's cool.
But have you seen the new website?
No, I didn't see it. Let me go look.
We're still your most trusted source for news and information.
That's ZNS Digital?
Yeah, that's ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
With our adoption by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
We figured that we could use the first Bahamas branch of Toastmasters Club 1600, an all-male club that specializes and focuses on developing young men for leadership through communication.
This program has grown and has impacted our school in such a positive way that I don't think we'll ever have them leave us.
Too often, instead of us looking within, we look outside for someone to blame. Go take a look in the mirror. Instead of trying to identify what the problems are, let's try and figure out how we become a part of the solution.
We are teaching these children how to dream beyond their community.
Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast. Dry conditions around the 700 islands as high pressure remain in control of our weather. And in the tropics, we continue to monitor this area in the Caribbean Sea. The Hurricane Center now giving it a 70% chance of development, and it will begin to move towards the north over the next couple of days. And then just to the east of the southeast Bahamas, another area, we're giving this one a 10% chance of development. But whether it develops or not, it's going to spread some showers into the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands over the weekend. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwestern parts of our country, easterly winds 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights 4 to 7 feet over the ocean, so we have a caution flag for boaters in the northwestern Bahamas tonight. Now, your high tide, that takes place at 8:39 tonight in the central and southeastern islands. Easterly winds 15 to 25 knots. Rough seas once again at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, so we're maintaining an advisory for small boaters in the central and southeastern islands. And as we take you into Saturday and Sunday, the winds backing now, becoming northeast at 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights holding at 4 to 7 feet. High tide, 8:56 in the morning. Low tide, 3:23 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, Saturday and Sunday, those winds also from the northeast at 15 to 25 knots. Wave heights 5 to 8 feet with an advisory in place. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
This is not a golden rule. Take it and don't be no fool. Check this, you'll never see a dog barking at a parked car. You'll never see him barking if the car ain't moving. You'll never see people talking about you if you ain't going nowhere.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Now we'll turn it over to our Friday evening entertainer, Carrington McKenzie.
Let's go. All right, now I need all my Bahamians, my proud Bahamians, to get up on your feet and celebrate with me, all right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, they don't know you. Yeah. I went to a funeral the other day for a friend who had passed away. And cars lined the road all along the route. People came from east, west, north, and south. Roses by the dozen, dots by the scores. People parked the church from pulpit to door. They said good things about Johnny. His friends started to cry. Johnny, oh my Johnny, sing, why did you have to die? See, they don't know you till you're dead. See, till you're sick and can't raise your head. When you're up and feeling fine, see, they don't check for you no time. Oi, hey, they don't know you till you're dead. Till you're sick and can't raise up your head. Oh yeah, oh, oh. They said he was a good man, a true and faithful friend, sing one you could depend on, right until the very end. What a crying shame and a downright disgrace. They didn't take the time to say it to his face. Think Johnny was my neighbor, and I'd always hear him say, and all them so-called friends I got, ain't none of them pass my way. They don't know you till you're dead. See, till you sit and can't raise your head. When you're up and feeling fine, see, they'll check for you, no time. Oh, yeah. Listen, y'all, this is a true story, man. It's so true. They don't know you, oh no. Listen, sing, we must build up each other by speaking of good word to our friends here on earth while it's heard. See, it don't make no sense, oh no, for us to sit and mourn or speak good words about someone, since when they dead and gone. They don't know you till you're dead, till you sit and can't raise your head. But when you're up and you're feeling fine, see, they'll check for you, no time. Oh, da ba 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 baby bee 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 bee. Woo do 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 do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh no 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 no. Say they don't know you until you're dead, till you sit and can't raise your head. But when you're up and you're feeling fine, see, they don't check for you, no time. See, they don't know you, nobody checking for you, no. Say, church back, everybody coming. They don't even know who picked you, oh no, no. T-shirt wearing, I tell you. Say they trying to jump in the hole with the body. Oh no, they don't know you, no, no, no. Ooh, they don't know you. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, Carrington, that's a pretty good performance. Pretty good performance. What's it like for you to sing the songs of your late father?
Man, it is so amazing that I get to embody what he once was doing. You know, I'm able to carry on the legacy. I'm able to keep it going and keep it going strong. And I just pray that he's proud of me and he is happy and he's very ecstatic to know that, you know, I ain't running from the Reagan script. I'm embracing it and I'm doing what I gotta do. Yes.
Is that the only song? Is that the only song you sang from your father?
Well, right now, as of right now, yeah, it is the only song from him. It's super popular again. They have brought it back and everyone is listening to it all over again. So yeah. We are doing our thing, and listen, the true song, they don't know you till you're dead.
Isn't that the truth? All right, that was some great music. Thank you so much, Carrington, man. Good stuff. That's going to do it for us. We had a great time tonight as well, and we hope you enjoyed yourself. Good stuff. LaDawn, man, what can I say? It is the weekend.
I'm excited about the weekend. I'm sure you and Carrington are excited about the weekend as well. I can't wait to have a good time.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
At the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, I'm Marcellus Hall. This is ZNS.
This is Civil Auction 608 of 2024, Thurston versus McKinsey. How you doing, sir? Step forward. Mom, step forward. Mom, you can step on that side. Yeah? On that side. All right, sorry, Mom. I'm going to say the oath, and I want y'all to repeat after me. Hold the Bible for me, please.